When we talk about eating healthy, how do we figure out whether we are eating healthy or not? Hi, I'm Dr. Rashmi Kulkarni, co-founder of Arnagenext Solutions. When we are talking about eating healthy food and unhealthy food, most people think that what they eat is very, very healthy. How do we even figure out and how do we go about this complex process of trying to eat a very healthy diet? Because that is very important to keep our physical health, mental well-being intact. So when I'm talking about how to choose these foods, there are top 5 things that we need to consider. The first very important thing that we need to consider here is listening to our body. Our bodies are intelligently designed to give us cues of not just hunger, but what exactly the body wants. We know when we are thirsty, we know when we are hungry, we already know we need oxygen because we are breathing all the time without even thinking about it. Our heart is pumping oxygen throughout the body all the time. The organs are doing their jobs. Similarly, there is an intelligence designed in our system to tell us what exactly we need in terms of nutrition. When we are thinking a lot, we need carbohydrates. When we use muscles a lot, we need a lot more protein because the muscles need to be repaired. Similarly, there are many other cues that we can use depending on how we feel. Are we fatigued? Are we getting enough sleep? If we listen to our body's cues, we can determine what kind of nutrition we need. The second important thing to consider is eating mindfully. Whatever food that we eat has to be chewed, has to be digested right from the mouth. So if we are concentrating on our food, if we are eating mindfully, the digestion is going to start efficiently in the mouth itself. A lot of digestion actually happens there. If we are in a hurry and we just gulp our food, even though it's very nutritious, we are not going to get anything out of it because part of the digestion is just not happening. So if we eat mindfully, not only will we be able to pay attention to our hunger cues, our satiety, are we full? Are we eating what we want? Are we satisfied with what we want? It's a wholesome experience that we are going to have when we do that. The third important thing that we should do is increase the diversity of the foods that we are eating. When we eat a highly diverse food that has multicolored fruits, vegetables, different kinds of lentils, beans, cereals, different grains, nuts, seeds, healthy fats, lean sources of proteins, fermented foods, the diversity is going to give us all of the nutrients that our body needs in order to function properly. Because we are made of cells and there are many chemical reactions going on in our cells all the time. So we need to provide them with the right kind of reagents. The fourth important thing that we need to do is to address emotional triggers. When we are eating for our emotional needs or psychological reactions to stress and not for hunger, it's going to cause a problem. Those cravings are going to be very unhealthy. So if we know we are emotional eaters, we can easily avoid that by avoiding stressful situations, by taking care of those stressful situations, or eating something healthy, making healthier choices. And the last thing that is very important is to educate ourselves about the food choices. What exactly does it mean by nutrition? What are the best timings for eating any kinds of foods? What are the different combinations of foods? Are preserved foods actually good for us? Should we eat healthier foods? Should we eat foods that are fresh? What are the kinds of foods that we really need to eat that are suited for our body, for our metabolism, and for our age? If we educate ourselves about all of these things, isn't it easier to eat a much healthier diet? So these are the top 5 things that I would consider for eating healthy. What are your tips? If you found this information to be useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Share this with people who you might think would benefit from this. See you in the next one.